This gaming PC just came in the shop because anytime you try to launch a game, it'll act like it's loading, but the second you try to enter, it immediately crashes, either restarting your PC or crashing back to the desktop. And this happens every single time. So what's going on here? Well, we can easily find out by taking a look at the crash logs inside of the Marvel Crash Reporter, where we'll see under the fatal error, if we follow it down the line, we'll see that it says could not decompress shader group, which tells me everything I need to know because I've seen this exact issue way too many times now. To the point where I don't even have to check if this CPU is a 13th or 14th generation Intel processor, which it is, to recognize what's going on here. And the reason I say that is because if you haven't been following along, Intel's 13th and 14th generation i7 and i9s have been plagued with instability problems. All because of a bad microcode that caused the CPU to request too much voltage from the motherboard, slowly frying it over time, causing some really unusual instability problems, like what we're seeing here today. And although Intel has technically patched the issue through a new microcode issued through a BIOS update, it's not perfect because it mainly prevents just new damage from happening. Any damage that happened to your CPU previously, well, it doesn't do much. And perfect proof of that is that if we look in our BIOS, we'll see that we're on the latest BIOS version for this particular motherboard that has the latest microcode, yet it still crashes, all while trying to decompress shaders. And if you're curious why the shader issue is such a tell for these bad CPUs, well, shader decompression is basically the process that game developers use to move assets from your long-term storage device, like your SSD, to your much faster RAM before the game loads up to make assets load faster, resulting in a much better gaming experience, at least when it works. But what does that have to do with your CPU? Well, your CPU not only handles the transmission process moving the assets from your SSD to RAM, but it also handles all the decompressional work, which is a heavy CPU task, which often sets these fried CPUs off the edge. But at this point, all I've done is talk, so let's do some work to verify this. The easiest way to do that is to pull this cooler off so we can pull out our customer's 13700KF and throw in one of my testing processors, where just as I suspected, booting into the exact same game, well, we can actually play this time without the game or PC instantly crashing because we no longer have this fried CPU installed. And if you're thinking our customers out of luck because their CPU's dead, well, not entirely, because Intel did step up with more than just a microcode, because all 13th and 14th generation i7 and i9s have gotten an extended warranty for up to 5 years. So all we got to do to get the system back up and running is file an RMA.